I want to thank the chairman and ranking member for calling this hearing, and all of our panelists for your public service. As one who represents the city that was attacked by 9/11, we lost thousands on that day, and thousands more are still dying from health-related causes from that fateful day. But I consider this attack, I call it an attack on our country, a far more serious one to the national security of our country. And I would like to ask Mr. Osmond from Homeland Security, would you characterize this as a large-scale cyber spying effort? That's what it sounds like to me. What is it?
I think to speak to whether or not this was a spying effort, we would have to talk to any understanding of who the adversaries were and what their intent was, and I think that's a conversation better reserved for a couple of hours.
Do you believe it is a coordinated effort? They appear to be attacking health records, employment records, friendship, family, whole background. It seems to be a large sphere of information, not only from the government, but private contractors, individuals. And sometimes it appears targeted towards Americans who may be serving overseas in sensitive positions. But would you consider this a coordinated effort? Can you answer that, or is that classified?
Thank you, Representative. I would defer that question to the classified briefing, but what I would say, if you're willing, is to note that
I'll be at the 1 o'clock briefing. Thank you. Now I want to refer to this article, and I'd like to place it in the record. I think it's an important one. It came from ABC News, and it reports, if I could put it in the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
And it reports that they seem to be looking at and gathering information on an SF-18 form, which is a standard form 18, which is required for any employee seeking classified security clearances. So that would be people in important positions in our government. And I won't ask any questions on it. I'll just wait till later at this classified briefing, but I am extremely disturbed. This article also points out that it's not only individuals that they're going after. They're going after contractors and those that serve the government. And it mentions in other reports Lockheed Martin, where they went after their secure ID program. Is that true, Mr. Osmond?
I can't speak to whether any adversaries have gone after specific private sector companies.
Okay, all right, then we won't get into that. But other press reports said that there was Northrop Grumman, L3, that they were hit by cyber attacks, and other government contractors. Now, one that probably hit Congress is one in 2013 where the FBI warned that a group called Anonymous hacked into the U.S. Army, Department of Energy, Department of Health and Human Services, and many agencies by exploiting a weakness in Adobe systems. Now, I have the Adobe system in my office, so that means they could have hacked into my office and probably every other congressional office. And then they talk about going into health care. They go into the Blue Cross Blue Shield system of all the federal employees. So it seems like they want a comprehensive package on certain millions of Americans, many of whom are serving our country, I would say, at negotiating tables in Commerce, State Department, probably Defense, and every other aspect of American life in the world economy. But Mr. Scott, you have been before this committee before, and you announced you were going to review the agency's cybersecurity programs to identify risks and implement gaps. And I wonder if you could report on what you learned from this review and any specific changes in cybersecurity policies, procedures, or guidance, if you can report on that, or that may be classified too. But anything you can share with us on what you've been doing to act to build some firewalls?
Sure. Well, thank you for the question. The
So we're conducting regular cyberstat reviews with each of the agencies. And it's along the key lines of many of the topics we've talked about here. Two-factor patching, minimizing the number of system administrators, all of the, I'll call it hygiene factors that we think lead to good cybersecurity.
My time has expired, but anything you want to give to the committee in writing, we'd appreciate it.
We'd
Thank
be
you.
happy to do so. Thank you.
Thank the gentlewoman. Now